don't get any better than this. We got old girl, Big Bertha in the driveway, relaxing. We got the Impala in the front, glossing like always. But we also got old Shirley here. That's not her real name, but she looking clean. What is going on, y'all? Hope y'all are having a good day. It's been a minute. Back with y'all, another video. First thing off the bat, you might have not been getting freaking videos from the channel lately. I'm gonna be real with y'all, because you guys know I always try to be 100%, transparent with y'all. I just been taking a break, honestly. I really have been. For the viewers, you guys don't see everything behind it, but doing this it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work, especially when you have a family, full-time job, and you're doing videos on the side for a hobby. And I love doing videos. I'm not going to stop, so don't think I'm stopping. But I just needed, a little break, man. I had to take some time, unwind, relax, and just enjoy, just being alive. So, but I'm back though. I feel good. I feel recharged. I feel ready to take on the world in terms of the videos and stuff. Some of y'all might have dropped out. Some of you guys might have thought I'm done. I'm not done. I'm back. If you guys follow my Instagram, I'm always posting stuff. I'm always messaging y'all when y'all hit me up and stuff. So I just want y'all to know that I'm back, and we're gonna be doing some stuff, okay? So today's video, if you guys are wondering, is going to be about the top 3 things new diesel owners need to do on their truck when they first get it, okay? I get so many messages. I actually got a message this morning. I get messages all the time. People being like, yo, bro, I watch your channel, man. I love it. Your advice, everything's awesome, man. I just got this new Cummins 2010, 2009, whatever. And they're asking any recommendations. I'd appreciate it, man. I'd be like, first things first, if it's not deleted, delete it, okay? We're gonna roll into it, and I'm gonna walk through my truck showing you everything I did, and I'm gonna show it to y'all, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and kick it off. In order to start this video, we're gonna have to go ahead and pop that hood, if you know what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and get old girl opened up. Might be a little tight space, but we'll be all right. Ooh, man, it's been a minute. Ooh, she look good. Yes, my baby. Please excuse the orange manifold. I'm gonna be painting that soon. But so coming off the bat, number 1, okay, what you want to do is, if you have a 6.7 Cummins, okay, and if you can do it, delete it. Delete your truck. I don't care if you do it in Mexico. I don't care if you do it in some random country, but delete your truck. Obviously for race use and purposes only. Get your truck deleted. That leads me to my next part, is that people always ask me, hey man, what delete kit should I go with? And I've mentioned this in the past, but it doesn't really matter. When you're deleting these trucks, as long as you have the plates for them, that's all you need. Those 2 plates that go on the manifold. You get those, man, and you'll be sitting pretty, okay? So definitely just go ahead and get it deleted. It's going to help your truck a lot. Your fuel mileage is going to go up. Your performance is going to go up. You're not going to be recycling burnt fuel, exhaust gases back into your engine, which is going to save the life of this engine. It's going to times it 10. It's going to increase its life ridiculously, okay? So just do it, man. Do yourself that favor. Do your truck that favor. You just spent a lot of money on your truck, buying it, making the purchase. You want to get the most out of it, so you want to go ahead and do that, okay? So go ahead and get it deleted. You can go. I got my delete kit from Rudy's Diesel. It worked good for me until I did the 2nd gen manifold swap. I also went ahead and went with a 5-inch Flow Pro exhaust with an axle dump in the back. You see if you see it. Yeah, you see her down there. I even got the spare tire still. I wonder if I should take that out. But yeah, go ahead and get deleted, man. Your truck's gonna love it. You're gonna love it, okay? Now, when you delete it, what should you get in terms of a tuner, okay? Because you're gonna need some type of tuner. So if you're just trying to get the truck deleted and you're not trying to get any custom tunes, you're not trying to throw in jack, you're not trying to do anything crazy, you just want a deleted diesel, then get you a box tuner. You'll be good with a box tuner. Obviously, I would recommend EFI Live, but believe it or not, for those of you that have no ambitions to want any type of crazy aftermarket tuning that you can get with EFI Live, and all honesty, I recommend the Minimax. Yeah, it's 2018. Yeah, they're still selling them. And you can get a Mini Max today for probably about around 500 bucks. And what makes the Mini Max so powerful, especially on the 3rd gen, is that you can get the trans unlock tuning. Okay, you hear me? Trans unlock tuning. You need that. Okay, with these trucks, you need transmission tuning. If you are running a 6.7 Cummins with a 68 RFE automatic transmission and you do not have trans tuning, you are doing yourself such a injustice that it's going to cost your wallet. Okay, trans tuning will help extend the life of this transmission. It will help make driving way more easier, especially if you do a lot of city driving, a lot of low speed driving below 50 miles an hour, where it's not constantly shifting in and out of gears. It's going to help the transmission out so much. When I deleted my truck, I did get the Mini Max and I did get the trans unlock go tuning. It was like an extra 100 bucks. I got that, and I honestly believe that is why my transmission is stock and it's still running good at 163,000 miles. Never have I once taken that transmission out, knock on wood, because hopefully I don't have to soon. But hear me out, folks. You need trans tuning. It's going to help you out so much, okay? So get that truck deleted, get you some good tuning. You're going to have fun with your truck, okay? So just remember that, all right? And then on the side note, these trucks are not race trucks. These trucks are not made to where you can get in it, it's deleted, and you think you have 600 horsepower and you can just floor the shit out of it, dog the shit out of it. These trucks were designed for highway hauling, long trips, low RPM, cruising at a steady speed. That is what these trucks were designed for. Aftermarket world, we found a way to make them better, make them funner, and that's where we're at now. But you got to keep in mind when you're driving these trucks, they are not race trucks. They don't come from the dealership as a race truck, okay? It just doesn't. So, you know, for all you guys out there that are always talking about, you know, 68s are garbage and stuff, yes, the 68 RFE is a very weak transmission. It is. It is not designed to handle any type of aftermarket added power. Can it handle it? Yes. How long will it handle it? Nobody will ever know, because every single 68 built is completely different. Like me, stock 68, got a 467 turbo, bunch of, you know, tuner, aftermarket, and just a bunch of stuff, you know, running on Tune 5 right now. And if you don't believe me, I'm on Tune 5 because I only leave it on Tune 5 because I'm not a fan of constantly shifting and changing tunes. I believe that once you get it on one tune, these transmissions are adaptive in that they learn driving patterns, power output from the engine. It takes all of that into the computer and it learns how to respond to the truck, and it gets used to it. When you're constantly changing the tunes, the transmission can never truly learn. So I'm a firm believer that you need, once you get your truck tuned, once you find the tune that you love to ride with, whether it's Tune 5, Tune 1, Tune 4, whatever, leave it on that tune and just, that is it. That way your truck will be happy, your tranny will be happy, okay? So, number 2, what will a new diesel owner need to do after deleting their truck? Go ahead and get yourself a lift pump, okay? A lift pump is an extremely good investment on these trucks. And a common myth, okay, myth or fact, a lift pump is only needed if I'm going to be applying a lot of aftermarket power, a lot of horsepower, fueling, injectors, injection pumps. No, that is a myth. That is a myth 100%. The stock lift pumps that come in these trucks, they're good. They're not bad, but they're not built for the long haul, which means is that as they get older, they're not going to supply as a consistent pressure from the day it comes off the factory to your injection pump. So your injection pump, as time gets older, as the truck gets older, it's going to get weaker. Not the pump, injection pump, but your stock factory lift pump will get weaker, which means you're going to start starving your injection pump, which means your injectors are going to get starved, which means you're probably going to shit your fuel system. Common rail trucks have a pretty good fuel system, minus, you know, CP4 or CP5 systems that are in the Duramaxes, but common rail systems are pretty reliable. Back in the day, it used to be oil injected, so whatever. Anyways, I'm about to get on another tangent, but anyways, just know that. Get you a lift pump. You're going to get better fuel response, which means when you give your pedal acceleration, it feels more like a gasoline engine where it's direct instead of a slow buildup that you get with a diesel. You're going to notice a better throttle response. Your mileage, it should go up about 1 to 2 miles per gallon. You're gonna have a good time with it. And at the same time, if you get a true lift pump like an Air Dog or a Fast, you're gonna get that air separator, which is gonna separate air from the fuel system, which means you're gonna have a more cleaner, consistent burn of fuel in the combustion chamber with the pistons and all that stuff, you're gonna have a cleaner burn of fuel, which means it's gonna perform better, better mileage, better response, and your system's going to be so much happier. I'm actually about to roll into the next one, but at the same time, when I'm driving, I can check my fuel system, my fuel PSI, and if I get on it, my fuel usually stays at about 16 PSI. If I get on it hard, it might drop down to 15.5. And that's if I'm really getting on it. Any other time, it just sits there. It doesn't flex. With a stock fuel system, it'll easily, first of all, you might not even be getting a 15 to 20 PSI on a stock fuel system for a 6.7. But with that, if you get on it, it will easily drop to 10 PSI, which means you're just starving the shit out of your injection pump, which means you're gonna damage it. So get you a lift pump, man. It's definitely gonna help. All right. And I just showed you the last top 3 mods or top 3 things you want to do as a new diesel owner. Okay. Gauges. Get you a set. One second. Let me hop up in here because it's a little hot. All right. Now I'm up. Get you a set of dedicated gauges, okay? It doesn't have to be glow shift. I went with glow shift, have no problem with glow shift. I have a video when I install these. Get you a set of quality gauges that you can get readings on, okay? Now, what should you be monitoring? It depends. If you're a dude that's always on the highway towing, your main concern is going to be EGT temp, or exhaust gas temperatures, transmission temp, and probably oil temp. Okay, those are going to be your top 3 ones. You don't want your oil temp getting too hot, you don't want your exhaust gas temps getting hot, and you definitely don't want your transmission getting hot. For me, my top 3 most important gauges for me was going to be exhaust temp, boost pressure, and fuel pressure. Okay, now it's gonna vary from everybody's application. That's what I went with. But if something means more to you in your application and what you're using it for, then you need to adjust to your setup. Okay, a lot of times we get caught up in what other people have done, but you got to step back and ask yourself, well, what am I going to be doing with it? Is that practical for me? Is that going to fit what I need it for? And that's when you would make your decision off that. Okay, so just keep that in mind. From the factory, we get coolant temp, and I'm going to just go ahead and say that's oil pressure, although I don't know how reliable it is, battery, and fuel level. So gauges is going to be a huge one. Anytime I'm driving, I'm always keeping an eye on my fuel pressure, because I just want to make sure my fuel is not dropping below 15 PSI, because if this fuel system goes out, your injection pump, your injectors, that is an expensive repair, and I'm not trying to have it. And like I said earlier, common rails, 5.9, 6.7 common rails are very reliable fuel systems, but this is just stuff that will help if you're trying to look for something to do to your truck that you just got. You're a new diesel owner, you don't know a bunch of stuff, you know what I'm saying? You're introducing yourself into the game. Delete the truck, get a lift pump, and get some gauges. Now, what order you do that in is up to you. You can do a lift pump first, gauges, and then get you a delete kit. It doesn't matter. But these top 3 things right here is, to me, is what you should be looking at in terms of your top 3 mods. Some people go for rims, some people go for injectors right off the bat, which I highly do not recommend. You got to set yourself up for longevity before horsepower. And if you go horsepower first, longevity, screw it, you're probably going to be that person on the forum complaining about the transmissions and my truck took a shit after 10,000 miles. So, but I mean, you guys, that's how it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Those top 3 mods definitely, to me, mean a lot. I will be dropping a video tomorrow, Sunday. Today's Saturday. I'm going to be dropping a video tomorrow talking about my top, I'm going to be talking about everything I've done to my truck. I get so many questions about what lift pump do I have, what turbo do I have, what, intake. Man, I get so many questions about what I've done to my truck. I did a video like last summer, probably like June or August, talking about what I've done to my truck, but things have changed since then. We have a lot more subscribers on the channel now, so I definitely want to be able to kind of bring everybody up to speed. Another thing I forgot to mention, we hit 6,000 subscribers, I believe, last week, if not the week before. Thank you guys so much. I should have mentioned that in the beginning of the video. Thank you guys so much, because that really means a lot to me. My wife's pulling up. That really means a lot to me. I really appreciate it, so thank you guys so much. On top of that, You know, we're moving forward, man. End of the month we have, or I believe next weekend we have the Myrtle Beach truck show that I'm going to be going to. So if you're going to the Myrtle Beach truck show, you will see me. The hell this woman thinks she is pulling up like that? Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna be at the Myrtle Beach truck show. So if you guys are gonna be there, you'll see me. So definitely, you know, come up to me, or you know, if I see your trucks or something, I definitely like to get you guys on film and be able to talk to you guys. So I appreciate it. Things in the near future, look out for videos for a track bar. We're gonna be doing track bars on the axle. We're gonna be swapping out the bumper, putting an all white bumper on. I'm looking forward to that. So we have some things coming up that you do not want to miss. I just felt like I had to get a video out to get you guys caught up. It's been a long time, but I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Like always, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for checking out the channel. All new subscribers, welcome to the channel. Please, by all means, check out my previous videos, because I have so many videos on this channel of things that I've done to this truck. You guys have been with me on the build from day one. So it's pretty cool being able to go back and watch videos and see how the truck has come along so far. The channel has grown so much. It's awesome. I love it. So, yeah, until tomorrow, you guys, let me know what you think of this video. Like, comment, subscribe like always. And until tomorrow, you guys have a good night. Have a good Saturday night. See you guys tomorrow. Be on the lookout for that video that I'm going to be dropping tomorrow, okay? Peace out.